Hey man, we got a edible fence for free. Doesn't look like much, does it? Hi, hey, I'm Zach. Y'all know me. I'm the revolting man. Here we're all interested about, our main interest here is about being submitted to the proper authority and no others. No king but King Jesus, right? All right. So recently, Nick Ferguson has fired my imagination. I think his YouTube is Homegrown Liberty. Nick, forgive me if I got that wrong. But he also is on the survival podcast on the Expert Council. So the man knows his stuff. And I'm walking for a reason here. Or I guess I should have showed you where we were walking. And he has sold me on the idea of fodder trees, but then fodder trees woven into a living fence. Now, if you don't know what fodder trees are, I didn't either. So there are trees that ruminants like cows and deer and goats and sheep, I don't know about the sheep, like to eat. And these trees, they like the leaves and they like the, I guess some of the tender shoots on some of them. I haven't done all the research yet. And so you grow these trees and it's not called cosping. I can't remember what it's called when you cut the top out of the tree. And then you can feed the leaves and the shoots to the cows. Well, in our case, the cow. And you can even make silage out of it, which is just fermented. And then you've got this living fence post. And there's all these different things. There's these different kinds. So they like oak leaves a lot. At least my cow really likes oak leaves. Say hello, cow. But oaks don't grow very fast. You want to see something kind of fun? I don't know if y'all can see all the butterflies. This was supposed to just be a tomato cage to keep the chickens out of the tomatoes. But she put some flowers in there, and the flowers did better than the tomatoes. And it's filled with butterflies. And so you've got free food for your animals and living fence posts that don't rot. How you gonna beat that? Nick says the best is mulberry because it has the highest protein, but he actually recommends hybrid poplar because it has more uses. The mulberry is best for the fodder, but the poplar is better firewood, combined firewood. So let me show you what I want to do. Somewhere right up in here is my property, top corner of my property. I want to get a row of these trees going all the way down there, everywhere where we just walked, and actually much farther. And then maybe get some of those mulberries woven in between them and have this whole length of my property, which if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this, I'll look it up. I want to say it's over 1,000 feet. It might be 1,500 feet. This is kind of a long lot. Have these trees, these fodder trees, these hybrid poplars all the way down this line, down to the stream. I might even want to put them past the stream. Hadn't thought that part through yet. And then up here in the garden, I'll actually do a traditional fence up here. I want to do 4, I think, or 5. I haven't decided how many sections. Cross fence this so that we can always have one section fallow. And then I'll have a living fence down this side and a living fodder fence down this side that goes all the way down to the bottom of the property. And I'll have a lane where I can just bring my cow up here to whatever section is fallow. In this case, it's the top section. I'm not sure which section we'll do this year. And so, now obviously you don't want the trees in the garden, so I'm not going to do the fodder trees there. she's worried I'm gonna leave. We really should have two. These are, cows are herd animals and they shouldn't be by themselves. She loves me. Anywho. So I'll have a fence that helps feed my cow plus provides firewood. This is mind bomb. Mind bomb. I don't understand why more people don't do this. Now, usually when I don't understand why more people don't do something, there's a reason. So I'm trusting Nick that there's not going to be any unintended consequences to this fence. There won't be. But in fact, I think I'll do, so there'll be a row of these coming up here, and I think I'll do, I don't know, I'll have to see. Maybe do a traditional fence on the inside. Maybe I could do another row, and so there's two lanes. There's one lane, you know, two sides of this living fence running from down there all the way up to here. And I can move this cow back and forth between these areas. Sorry, I'm limping. I had an accident last weekend. And by the grace of God, it wasn't much worse. It was a little embarrassing though. Because boys having fun. Because down here, now, there's going to be, this is ridiculous. I should just pause this. I'll pick you back up in a minute. Okay, so that property line we were just at runs down here. Don't look at that. Kind of down, we were just on the other side of those woods. There's that chicken coop we were just looking at, unless I cut that out, because I might edit this down a little bit. So this, going off that way, is going to be open pasture down to the creek. Some of you have been here and you've seen the creek. I'm not going to push it past the creek. I don't have that much over there. I'll probably just leave that in woods for now. So I'll have a pasture down here. And I said, don't look at that. And then right here, we'll probably do a traditional fence because I don't want, I don't know. Maybe I should have the trees right here. Maybe they shade the house as long as I don't shade the solar panels. But I don't want them competing with the apple. So I have a little paddock right here. There's going to be a barn right there where I've let all this grow up. And that's where we roasted our Passover lamb this year. And so we're gonna, the idea, because what I needed was another project, was to be able to move the cow and cows, hopefully we're gonna have more than one in the not too distant future, from this little pasture area down here, pasture maybe a little self-aggrandizing, this little lot, and then be able to move them up to the garden, and so that they can graze in the fallow spots every year. And we're going to do it all with hybrid poplar. That's why I was showing you this. This isn't a hybrid poplar. This is just regular old tulip poplar. Sometimes they call it yellow poplar. But it's similar. She'll eat it and it grows fast. There's another one. I had all of these. I had these chopped down to the ground this summer. All of this growth, especially you see right there, all of that growth is from this summer, and not even all that long of the summer, as is this. So they grow 3 to 4 feet a year, and the hybrids grow even faster. They grow 4 to 6 feet a year. So there you go. We appreciate you, Nick F. I get excited easily, but this is something worth getting excited about. This is a big deal, and of course, it's not going to be overnight, but when we do get it up and running, it's going to be really, really, really cool. All right, man. We appreciate you. Thank you.